So today we'll start from the place where we stopped the last week class. People who are not there last week, what they can do is they can watch the recording, right? Already that I have uploaded the recording day number 1, which is on YouTube. Check the channel and then you can watch it, right? I have uploaded it to our group as well. Today that we are going to discuss about the demand and the economic business aspects, which is after that, right? Okay, so there are people who has joined for the class today, no issues, right? You can watch the previous recording, right? You can watch the previous recording. Now we'll understand what do you mean by demand, right? Okay, so now you all have an idea what is demand, right? Shape pegging, that you have an idea what do you mean by demand, that you know. Let me explain the technical term behind demand, right? For example, now that I say for my classes, right? For my classes there is a demand, right? That means for my classes there are a set of students who are willing to join my classes. Am I clear? There are set of students who are willing to join my O level and A level classes. That is what you called as the first part in demand, right? So these are the students and they are willing to join for my classes. So these are the students and these people are willing to join my classes. But the thing is, since they are willing to join my classes, it does not create a demand. Did you understand? But when we are speaking, usually what we tell, right? So when we are speaking, what is the claim that we are making? Right? When we are speaking, we call that, right? Many people are willing to join your class, therefore there is a demand, right? Willingness to join, we measure how many people want to join my classes. Willingness to join, how many people want to join my classes. Willingness to join, that is what we call as demand, right? When we are speaking, what we call, right? There are so many people looking to join for your classes, therefore there is a demand for your history classes, commerce classes, and then A-level business studies classes. Willingness to join, but in business studies language, this willingness to join is not enough. Did you understand? This willingness to join is not enough. With this willingness to join, there has to be another factor to create a demand. What is that factor? The second factor is their purchasing power. What is purchasing power? They must be willing to join my classes, and also they must be able to pay. Did you understand? Ability to buy. That means there can be a lot of people who are willing to join my classes for free without paying, right? They might be, right, want to join my classes without paying. But the thing is, this willingness to join will combine with the purchasing power. It has to get combined with the purchasing power. Then only what happens is, then it creates a demand. Did you understand? Therefore, in the exam, if they ask you what is demand, demand is the want of a product. What is demand? Demand is a want of a product, willingness to buy the product, combined with, backed by purchasing power to purchase that product. Therefore, tell me, what are the two conditions to create a demand? One condition is willingness to buy. That means they must be willing to do that. Did you understand? They have an intention, willingness to buy. And what is the second one? Ability to buy. They must be able to buy, right? They must be able to pay me a price, and they must be able to come for my classes. Did you understand? Therefore, what is demand? Demand means willingness to buy plus purchasing power. They must have money, right? What is purchasing power? Ability to buy. Ability to buy means they must have money in their hand. Therefore, what are the two conditions which creates a demand? One is willingness to buy, then the other one is purchasing power. Am I clear? Now put in the chat box, did you all understand? Did you all understand? The main BS concept is this, under demand. Right? If there are some student, right, who did not understand this, what they can do is they can go and watch the recording. I'll upload this into YouTube, right? What about others? Did you all understand? If you all did not understand, just let me know. At the same time, just let me know, sir, that I did not understand this. Right, now shall we read the tute? So don't have to get a printout of this. Hishma, demand means Hishma, right? Demand means willingness to buy. That means the customers must be willing to buy that. For example, there are some students who are there to join my classes. So how can I measure whether there is a demand? They must be willing to join my classes, right? They must be willing to join my classes. Not only that, right? It's not enough that they are willing to join. Plus, they must have the money. That means they must have the purchasing power. Am I clear? Then only a business can understand, right? There is a demand for my classes. There is a demand for my product. Therefore, what are the two conditions which creates a demand? One is willingness to buy, willingness to join. The second one is the purchasing power. Purchasing power means they must have money in their hand. Did you understand the Hishma? Am I clear? Yes, very good. Read this. Demand is the want of a product. Okay, Barakallah. Demand is the want of a product that is backed by the purchasing power to purchase that product. Am I clear? Therefore, business has to measure not only how many customers are there, right? For example, when it comes to my history market, O-level history market, say about there are 3,000 students, right? That is not a main thing for me, right? I don't measure there how many customers are there. But what I have to measure is how many customers are there with money, right? How many customers are there with the ability to purchase? Did you understand? For a product, there can be thousands, millions and millions of customers. Did you understand? For any product, there are customers. But the thing is, it does not make a demand. In order to make a demand, ability to purchase has to be there. That means the money has to be there. Therefore, what are the two conditions, right? Ekak liya ganna, write down this. Willingness to buy. That means they must come forward, right? I will buy this product. Willingness to buy. That is the first condition. What is the second condition? The second condition is ability to buy. Ability to buy කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Ability to buy means the purchasing power. In simple terms, what is purchasing power? They must have money in their hand. Did you understand? Therefore, willingness to buy is one of the thing, and the other one is ability to buy. Willingness to buy means, right, how many people are there, how many people are willing to buy my product, and also they must be able to buy. It means they must have the purchasing power, right? They must have the purchasing power, right? Did you all understand? Right. And also, you all don't have to get a printout of this. People who are joining from July, those who are continuing this class, right, they will get the tutes printed, and you all will get it couriered to your home address, right? So after doing the 4th class of June, you all can pay and register for the July classes. From July onwards, that we will be couriering the printed tutes. Am I clear? Right. Therefore, you all don't have to get a printout, just write it somewhere. And also that you all must have a 200 page of CR book, right, for this class in order to write the questions and all. Right, now shall we talk about exchange versus transaction? So here that you all have to understand, in business studies there are two parts, right? One is, in business studies you have to understand, right? You have to logically understand in order to get a good A pass, right? 75 marks A is not enough. Last week also that I told you, right? 75 plus A is not enough. 75 marks A is not enough. At least you must get a 85 marks A in order to get a good Z score, right? I have told this before. In business studies, easily you can get an A pass, right? Easily you can get an A pass if you work really hard with the understanding, and also every day, daily, you must do some memorizing. That means, for example, today that we discussed about demand and these things, right? After the today's class, today night itself, right? Do the memorizing part, right? So like that, I did, and I was able to get a good result. So like that, you all have to work in A levels. Most importantly, consistency is important. Did you understand? So if you don't work for a while, and in the last 2 or 3 months, if you all start working, it is really difficult to get a good results. Am I clear? Sometimes in O levels it can work. In O levels also it won't work much. For A levels, from the beginning, from the first day itself, work nicely. Did you understand? From the first day itself, work neatly with a plan, with a target. Am I clear? If you are doing commerce, there are some students who want to study further in ICT. So keep a target, right? Surely that I will go into a university to do that degree. Am I clear? Because Sri Lankan degree that they don't charge any money, right? Therefore you must get it. And there are some students who want to do law, right? Even me, I wanted to do law when I was doing A levels, and I achieved that. So like that, there can be students who want to do management, right? Management degrees and all, there are very good management degrees, you can do that. Therefore from the first day itself, keep big targets, right? As I tell every day, keep big targets and work according to that, right? So I just do A levels for a name, that's it, for a qualification. No, work for a target. Am I clear? Keep big targets. Hurry. Now we'll understand what do you mean by exchange and what do you mean by transaction. Right. So now we are having our former president, right? President who was there in our country in 2010 to 2015. Who is that president? Right? Who is that president who was there from 2010 to 2015? Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, right? Who is wearing that red color kind of a different cloth, right? Our Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa. Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, right? Okay. So Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa, when he is going to visit, right, Mr. Maithripala Sirisena's house, Mr. Maithripala Sirisena's house, when he is going to visit Mr. Maithripala Sirisena's house, so this is Mr. Maithripala Sirisena, correct? When he is going to visit Mr. Maithripala Sirisena's house, so today there might be many people who are watching the recording because I have changed time a bit. All of those people can go and watch the recording, right? Okay, so when Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa is going to Mr. Maithripala Sirisena's house, he takes a cake from Pereira and Sons, right? So නිකන් යන්න බෑනේ මොන හරි අරන් යන්න ඕනේ. Therefore what Mahinda Rajapaksa gives to Maithripala Sirisena, යනකොට cake ගෙඩියක් අරන් යනවා, right? He gets a cake with him and gives it to our Maithripala Sirisena, right? A cake. I can't draw it nicely. We'll name it as cake. Am I clear? A cake. So will it satisfy the needs and wants of Maithripala Sirisena? Yes, right. After Mahinda Rajapaksa leaves his house, Mr. Maithripala will nicely cut it down and he will eat it. Am I clear? So now Mr. Maithripala Sirisena also thinks that, okay, if a person comes to our place, we must give something in return, right? When he comes to our place, we must give him something in return, and Mr. Maithripala Sirisena gives him, will say, a biscuit packet, right? A cream cake එකක් දෙනවා. Then වයසයි, he is an old person, therefore gives him a cream cracker. So now here, did you all understand? There is no any money involvement, right? There is nothing called money involving in this, right? Mahinda Rajapaksa is getting a cake for Maithripala Sirisena, right? That means Mahinda Rajapaksa is giving a cake for Maithripala Sirisena, and in return, Maithripala Sirisena is giving a piece of, a packet of cream cracker. So here, resources. Mahinda Rajapaksa's cake has been exchanged with Maithripala Sirisena's cream cracker. Did you understand? There is only a resource exchange. There is nothing involvement of money. Did you understand? Therefore, Mahinda Rajapaksa gives a piece of cake to Maithripala Sirisena. Maithripala Sirisena gives a biscuit packet, cream cracker to Mahinda Rajapaksa. Therefore, now you all have to understand there is no any monetary involvement. Both of these people are agreeing and they are doing their exchange. Therefore, for this kind of thing, what we call this as exchange. Why this is exchange? Why this is exchange? Because there is no any money involvement. Did you understand? That means when Mahinda Rajapaksa gave a cake to Maithripala, he did not pay a money, right? He did not pay something from money. He gave a cream cracker in return. That's it. That means resources are getting exchanged. Did you understand? That is what you call as exchange. That is what you call as exchange. What is exchange? Resources are getting swapped. That means Mahinda gives a cake to Maitri, Maitri gives a cream cracker to Mahinda. That's it. Exchanging of goods. That's it. But now, Mahinda Rajapaksa goes to a shop. Food city එකට යනවා. Cargill's food city. Right? Mahinda Rajapaksa goes to the Cargill's food city, and what he is doing, he is buying vegetables, right? He is giving his money. Am I clear? In order to buy vegetables, Mahinda Rajapaksa is giving his hard-earned money. Is that hard-earned money? Tell me. Is that hard-earned money? Dollar valin denne. His hard-earned money. He is giving his hard-earned money. No, sir, it's not hard-earned money, right? Anyways, we will assume these are assumptions. Hard-earned money. Therefore, what this supermarket is doing, this supermarket is giving the vegetables. Did you understand? For the price, for the money, for the monetary value paid by Mahinda Rajapaksa, this supermarket is giving the vegetables in return. Now there is a monetary involvement. Am I clear? Now there is a monetary involvement. Why is that? Because Mahinda Rajapaksa is paying the money, and for that money supermarket is giving him the vegetables. Therefore, now you all have to understand, in this there is a monetary involvement. Monetary involvement. Remember, if there is a monetary involvement, right? If money is being involved, if there is a monetary involvement, that is what we call as transactions. What is the name that we are giving for this? We are giving the name called transaction. Therefore, what is transaction? Transaction means, right, exchange of goods in return for a monetary value. Did you understand? Therefore, what is the difference in between exchange and transaction? In exchange, just the resources are getting changed. There is no any monetary involvement. But when it comes to the transaction, there is a monetary involvement. Did you understand? Mahinda Rajapaksa salli deela gannawa. He is paying the money and getting the vegetables. But here only the resources are getting exchanged. Am I clear? Therefore, in simple, how you understand, if there is no any monetary involvement, exchange. If there is a monetary involvement, transaction. Right? Now put in the chat box. Did you all understand? Did you all understand? Excellent. Right. Now, shall we write down the note on that? Right. So here, exchange is an act, underline, that trades anything valuable between two parties with the agreement. There is no monetary transaction. Therefore, for an exchange, what is there? There is no any monetary transaction. But transaction means agreement between two parties to exchange goods for a monetary value. Am I clear? But there are some conditions for an exchange to be successful. That means now Mahinda Rajapaksa and Maithripala Sirisena are exchanging the goods, right? There is a condition. There are some conditions. So what is the first condition? The first condition is at least two parties has to involve in this. At least two parties should get involved. What do you mean by that? So only Mahinda Rajapaksa can't be there in this exchange, right? Only Mahinda Rajapaksa can't be there in the exchange. Maithripala also has to be there. Therefore, at least two parties has to be presented. Therefore, write down at least two parties should get involved. Did you understand? What is the second one? There has to be a trust, right? We call it as nambike. There has to be a trust between those two people. Therefore, mutual trust. That means Mahinda has to trust Maithripala. Maithripala has to trust Mahinda. Therefore, mutual trust between both parties. Did you understand? Mutual trust between both parties. So if you ask a question, sir, why are you giving so many examples? Because, right, when you are learning through examples only, you will remember it quickly. Did you understand? I can just read these things, right? If you go for school, it will happen, right? If you are doing through school, it will happen. They will just read these things that you don't understand head or tail. But here, right, what I do is I explain with the examples. If I explain with the examples, you can easily grasp and you can easily remember. Did you understand? Therefore, two parties should get involved. Mutual trust has to be there in between those two parties. And the other one is both parties should have something valuable, right? Both parties should have something valuable. That means Mahinda is having a cake, Maithripala is having a cream cracker. Both are valuable, right? Did you understand? Something valuable. We can eat both of those, right? For an exchange. Both parties has to have something valuable, should have something valuable for an exchange, should have something valuable for an exchange, right? Then what is the other one? Both parties should have the ability to get into exchange, right? That means same meaning, both parties has to be able to get into exchange, right? When Mahinda is giving a piece of cake, Maitri has to get it, and Maitri, when he is giving a cream cracker, Mahinda has to get it. Did you understand? Therefore both parties has to get engaged in the exchange. Therefore write down both parties, right? Both parties should have the ability to get into exchange. Am I clear? Get into exchange, then only the exchange will get successful. And the other one is, now when Mahinda is giving a piece of cake to Maitri can actually accept. Give me Mahinda Rajapaksha, thank you kela, he can accept. But when Maitripala Sirisena is giving a cake to Mahinda, sorry, giving a cream cracker to Mahinda, sometimes Mahinda can tell, Apo, no need cream cracker, I am not eating cream cracker. Therefore, in an exchange, what happens is both parties have the freedom to accept. They can accept if they like. And also, deny the offer. Deny means they can reject it. Apo, I don't need. So like that. Did you understand? When Mahinda is giving a cake, Maitri can accept or deny, right? He can accept the proposal or reject it. Or else, on the other side, when Maitripala is giving the cream cracker, Mahinda can accept or deny. Did you understand? Therefore, what is the fifth condition? What is the fifth condition? Both parties, write down, both parties should have the freedom to either accept or deny the offer. Am I clear? Both parties should have the freedom to either accept or deny the offer, right? ඕන්නම් ගන්න පුළුවන්, නැත්නම් they can reject it. Did you understand? Therefore, what are the five main conditions? At least two parties has to be there, that we know, Maitri Mahinda. Trust has to be there in between both parties. Both parties should have something valuable, if not the exchange will not happen. Fourth one, both parties should have the ability to get into exchange. Fifth one, both parties should have the freedom to accept or deny the offer. Right, now give me a feedback to the chat box. Did you all understand this? Am I clear? People who are there in the class, please be in the class, right? Don't leave and join නිකන් ඇවිල්ලා බලන්න කීයක්ද ඉන්නේ ළමයි, right? ඒ වගේ වැඩ ඕනේ නැහැ. If you all are there in the class, be in the class, right? Yes sir, very well understood. Okay, great. What about others? Yes, right, you will get the printed tute from July. Okay, very good, excellent. Right, now we'll go into value. Right, value means that is easy. Now you all are paying a price to me, right? For example, if you are coming for my paid classes, for example, you all came for my history classes, no? What is value for you, right? What is value for you? Thank you, Mahdi. Right, wonderful explanation. Right, what is value for you? You all came for my history classes, right? You all pay me a price, but if you all did not get a benefit out of that, will you come for my classes? No, right? Therefore, what is value? Value is the customer estimation. That means you all are estimating me whether for the price that you are paying, will you get a benefit for that? Did you understand? Therefore, write down, what is that? Value is the estimation of a customer. Estimation of a customer regarding a good or service. Regarding a good or a service to fulfill needs and wants. That means now you all come for my classes, and if your needs and wants are not fulfilled, if you think, right, this class is not worthy enough for the price that you are paying, you don't value my class, right? You will value my class only when, for the price that you are paying, for the cost that you are paying, I have to provide a benefit. Did you understand? Right, in your school exams you must get the marks, and in the final exam, in the final A levels, you must get that A pass. Not only a normal A, you must get that good A, quality A. then only you will go and tell for another person, this is a super class, right? Value is so much. Did you understand? Therefore, what is a value? Not a value means estimation of a customer. But there can be people who don't like my classes. They don't value my classes. That's not a problem for me also. Did you understand? There are people who like feels like this class is not valuable for the price that they are paying. Sometimes they might not understand what I'm teaching, but most of the people understand, so they come for my classes and they get good results. Therefore, customers can change, right? There can be a variation in between the customers. One group of customers can value my class, right, my students, and there are some other students who don't value my class, right? I don't bother about it also. So like that, in any business, value means estimation of a customer. Did you understand? Estimation of a customer, right? Satisfaction is different. What is satisfaction? Satisfaction means after this class, if you are feeling a psychological pressure, that means after today's class you will feel like superior, that I understood this really well, right? Today only that sir explained the concepts and everything clearly, right? Really satisfied, right? The psychological pleasure for the service that I am providing, you will get a psychological pleasure. That is what you call as satisfaction. Did you understand? But if you don't get a satisfaction, that means you will feel like, oh, this class is not good, I can't understand anything, so it's not using examples also. That is fine. That means you are dissatisfied. Am I clear? Therefore, what is customer satisfaction? These bullet points that I have given the teacher guide definition, right? In A levels, when you are writing an answer, whatever the answers that you feel you can't write, the correct wordings has to be there. Did you understand? Then only you will get the marks. Therefore, psychological pleasure, this word is a must. Customer satisfaction is the psychological pleasure a consumer enjoy since his expectations are fulfilled through a good or service. For example, before coming to this class, you all feel like you have so many expectations. Sir will explain these concepts clearly, right? Sir will do this nicely. You have so many expectations. But if I did not fulfill that expectation, right? If I did not fulfill this expectation, you won't, right, be in the class. Therefore, what is satisfaction? Psychological pleasure, right? A psychological pleasure, right? Now you go for a shop, you go for a burger shop and you pay 1,000 rupees and you get a burger. Then if the expected benefit is not there, you are paying a price for the burger, and if there is no any expected benefit, hitapu tarang hari naha, right? The burger is not tasty as you expected. Then what happens? You are dissatisfied. You are not satisfied. Did you understand? You are expecting something, but the product did not provide you a satisfaction. Then what happens? Consumer becomes dissatisfied. You are not satisfied. You feel like, ayo, aparade that I paid the 1,000 rupees. You are dissatisfied. Am I clear? But sometimes you pay the price and the expected benefit is received. That means you are expecting a certain type of benefit. Okay, the burger is tasty, shape, right? No issues. Then you are satisfied. Then you are satisfied. Did you understand? But if the product provides a higher benefit than expected, write down, if the product provides a higher benefit than expected, the customer is delighted. Customer gets delighted. What do you mean by that? You are expecting the burger to be tasty, but it is more than that. That means higher benefit than what you expect. That means the burger is more tasty than you expected. Therefore, what happens? You are getting delighted. Delighted means shocked, right? You are recommending for other people and you are asking them also to go there. So like that. Therefore, what are the three stages of this satisfaction in business studies? One is consumer become dissatisfied if the expected benefit is not there. Did you understand? You are expecting the burger to be tasty. Rahane. It is not tasty. You are dissatisfied. You are expecting the burger to be tasty and it is also taste, shape, no issues. Then you are satisfied. But you are expecting it to be tasty, but it is more than that, super taste. That means the features and everything, extra cheese and everything, right? It is super than what you expect. Then you becomes delighted. Therefore, under the satisfaction, which is the best one, first or second or third, for a business which is good, tell me, for a business which is good, first one no, second one no, third one, for a business to continue and grow, which type of satisfaction is the best one, tell me. Very good, Zuhra gave the answer, excellent. Which type of benefit is best for a business to grow? Hishma gave the answer, excellent. Mahdi, excellent. Mahdi, no, I'm asking Mahdi, which is best for a business, that means for a business to develop. Very good, excellent. Mahdi, you are correct. What about others? Everyone? Just put in the chat box. Yeah, I know that you are new for the subjects, no issue. Just give me the answer, right? Even if it's right or wrong, no issues, right? We are doing papers and everything. Very good, excellent. What is the best one under satisfaction? Third one is the best one, because we have, as a business, we have to provide a higher benefit than expected. You are coming for class expecting something, but I am providing extra than that. Then what happens? You are getting delighted and you will go for the other people and ask them also to join my classes. Did you understand? Right. Up to this, did you all understand? Now we are starting the production. Up to this, did you all understand? Up to this, did you all understand? Right? හොඳට තේරුණාද? Any questions you all can ask from me? Yeah, this is A levels, not like O levels, right? Don't keep any doubts when you all are learning. By now itself, try to clear all the doubts and move forward. Did you understand? In one day, if you are keeping one doubt, when it comes near to the O levels, after 2.5 years, you will have a lot of doubts, right? You will have thousands and thousands of doubts. Therefore, what's the best thing is, when I am teaching, at the moment itself, clear it and go forward. Right? Okay. Now we are discussing what is production. Right. Let me take some bakery items. Let me take some bakery items. Inputs. In bakery, what is the input? What do you think, right? What is the input? For example, wheat flour. Flour. That means flour is the main input. And butter is an input. Sugar. Yes, it's an input. What else? Tell me what else. Chicken is an input, right? Sometimes if you are making some fish items, it is an input. Therefore, there are some ingredients, right? These inputs, these things which are used to produce that buns and rolls and pastries, those are known as inputs. Did you understand? Therefore, in a bakery, flour, butter, sugar, chicken, fish, these are inputs. And what happens is, these inputs will go into a process. What is process? You are mixing the flour, butter and everything. Then you are making the sugar bunnies. You are putting sugar on it and making the kimbula bunnies. If not, you are making some chicken bun. So like that, there is a process, right? What do you do under process? For example, you are mixing. You are baking the items. That is the process. Once the process is successful, what happens, right? Once the process is successful, tell me what are the outputs in a bakery, right? Tell me what are the outputs in a bakery. Tell me one by one. What are the outputs in a bakery? Tell me what are the outputs in a bakery. Excellent. Very good. What are the outputs in a bakery? We can write down fish bun. We can write down cakes. Supiri. What else? Right? Pastry. Yeah, pastry. Pastry. So like that, these are the outputs in that bakery. Did you understand? Very good. Yes, Huda is telling pizza. Right now, you all feel like eating a pizza. Am I right? You all feel like having a pizza, right? Pizza කන්න ඕනේ වගේද? Pizza. Therefore, entire process, that means converting the input to output. Yes, Huda says yes, right? Converting the inputs to outputs, right? Converting the input, flour, butter, sugar, chicken, fish. Eva process karna. You are mixing it, baking it. It is undergoing a process, and then you are getting the output. This is what you call as production. What is this? This is what you call as production. Therefore, what is production? Process of adding value to the input, converting them into output. This is production. Therefore, what is production in simple terms? Adding value to the inputs through a process, and that you are creating the outputs, converting those inputs to outputs. It's what you call as production. Now write it down. Now write it down. What is production? Production is a process of adding value to inputs, and converting them into outputs. Converting them into outputs. For example, write it down. In a bakery, flour, sugar, butter, etc. are some of the inputs, and those are being converted into outputs such as buns, cakes, pastry, pizza, etc. Write down in a paper, and later that you all can copy down. Right. Okay, done. Now we'll understand the products. Product is easy. So now in this bakery, what are the products? The inputs are being converted and outputs are made. Fish bun, cakes, pastry, pizza. These are products. Did you understand? In some of the businesses, products are known as goods. What is the good? Good means like you can touch it, you can feel it. That means that is tangible. What is a product? Product means the output. Then what is a good? Good means which you can touch. There is a physical existence. That means tangible. Tangible. Fish bun, cakes, pastry, pizza, those are tangible. But tell me, the services like teaching, are those tangible? No, right? Services like teaching, it is a product, but that is not tangible. Therefore, tangible products are known as goods. For example, chair, pen, pencil, fish bun, cake, pastry, pizza, anything which you can touch. Tangible, anything you can touch, tangible. Those are goods. Then, what are services? Services means which you can't touch. For example, the teaching. Can you touch the teaching? No, right? It is a service. They are providing you a service. Am I clear? Therefore, under outputs, we can divide the outputs into two categories as goods and services. Now we'll read this. Product is anything that is being offered to the marketplace which has the ability to fulfill human needs and wants. So if I take a product, for example, fish bun, it can satisfy your hunger. Am I right? And my teaching, it can satisfy your educational need, right? So products, mainly what is the idea of product? To fulfill human needs and wants. In exam, how you are explaining this, right? Kohomada explain karan, you have to explain product is anything that is being offered to the marketplace which has the ability to fulfill need and wants. From where we can get the product? From the marketplace. Am I clear? It can be online or physical. I'll teach what is online physical marketplaces. Now understand, product mean anything which satisfy your needs and wants. And then what are the two categories of product? There are two categories of products based on the physical existence. Some of the products that you can touch, goods, for example, pens, chair, table. In the previous example also, all the products that you can touch. Am I clear? And the second classification of product is services that you can't touch, right? The teaching. And in beauty salons, right, the services that they are providing, what they are providing, like straightening the hair and then dyeing the hair, coloring the hair. So those items, those are services that you can't touch that. Am I clear? Only when the service is provided you can feel, but after that you can't touch that. Therefore, what are the examples when you are writing? What are the examples that you have to write? Goods mean pens, chairs and table, everything. Services, teaching, beauty salon, providing services. This is the main idea, right? This is the main idea. Did you get the idea? Any questions on that idea? Tell me. Any questions in that idea? If you all have any questions, just let me know. So with that explanation, I can go forward. Did you understand what is product and what are the classification? Very good, understood, crystal clear. Okay, good. Now we'll understand the differences in between goods and services. Now we'll understand the differences in between goods and services. So when I take a good, there is a physical existence, right? There's a physical existence. That means pens, chair, table. There is a physical existence that you can touch it. Therefore, physical existence, inside the bracket write down tangible. What is tangible? Tangible the tangible means you can touch it. Am I clear? Physical existence is there. For example, fish bun. Service. There is no physical existence, no tangibility and no physical existence. No physical existence and tangibility. No physical existence and tangibility. That means, can you touch a service? No, right? You can only feel the service when that is provided. For example, when I am teaching, you can understand, that's it. But can you touch it? No. Right? In the beauty salons, the services that they are providing, you can only feel that, but you can't touch it. Therefore, no physical existence and write down no tangibility. There's no tangibility. That is the main demarcation. That means that is the main demarcation in between goods and services. That is the main difference in between goods and services. In the goods, that there is a physical existence, but in the service there is no physical existence. That is the main idea, right? In the goods there is physical existence, but in the service there is no physical existence, right? What is the second one? When it comes to the goods, right, can be stored. What do you mean by can be stored? You are making a pen and you can store it somewhere, right, for a long time. You can store it. Can be stored. You are making a table, you can store it. But when it comes to a service, can you store it? No, right? You can't store it. For example, when I am teaching, recording that you can store, right? Anyways, teaching is a service, no? For example, in a physical class, if I am teaching, you can only understand that. You can't store that service, right? In salon, if you are getting a massage, right, you can feel that, but you can't store it for a later use. But in the goods, you can store it for a future use, right? The table, you can store it. The chair, you can store it. The pen, you can store it, right? And even the eating items, that means the consumption items, you can store it. But when it comes to the services, you have to understand, cannot be stored. Cannot be stored. Therefore, goods can be stored. Services cannot be stored. That is the second difference. Third difference, what is that? When it comes to the chair, they can make even thousands of identical chairs, right? Same goods they can produce. When it comes to the table, they can make millions and millions of identical table. The same table they can make, right? Even in devices, electric devices, for example, iPhone X. They are not producing only one iPhone X, right? The same iPhone X, the same kind of iPhone X, they can produce even millions of iPhone X, right? iPhone 11, iPhone 12, iPhone 13. So like that, they can produce the identical product when it comes to the goods. Therefore, you can write down identical products. Identical products can be produced. Identical products can be produced. That is the one important thing. What is that? Identical products can be produced, the same good. But when it comes to the service, it is changed according to the provider. For example, the way that I am teaching this lesson, the way that I am teaching this business studies lesson, it is different from another person who is teaching this. Did you understand? It is different from another person who is teaching this lesson, right? Therefore, identical products can be produced in the goods, but when it comes to the service, vary according to the service provider. Did you understand? Vary according to a service provider. That means the way that I am teaching business studies, it is different for another person who is teaching business studies. Am I clear? In one beauty salon, the way that they are dyeing your hair, it is different to another beauty salon, how they are dyeing your hair. So like that, when it comes to the service, identical products can't be done. Am I clear? So another teacher can't teach in the same way that I teach, right? So I can't teach in a way that another teacher teach. So like that. Therefore, vary according to service provider. Vary according to service provider. Based on the service provider, it will get varied. Am I clear? Vary according to service provider. So there are people who go to the same salon. Why is that? Because another person can't cut in a nice way. So how many of you all, right, boys, are you going for the same salon? Right? I was going for the same salon for the past 1.5 years. Yeah. Only that person cuts my hair. Why is that? Because when another person cuts my hair, it is different. It is something else. But I don't like that. Therefore, I go for the same person. Before going that, I give him a call and then I go. So like that. Therefore, why? It is a service because of that, right? If it's not a service, when it comes to a pen, Atlas Tutti pen, කොහෙන් ගත්තත් එකක් නේ, right? From wherever that you buy a Atlas Tutti pen, everywhere you get the same pen. Did you understand? From your next door shop, a different pen Atlas Tutti. In a bookshop, a different Atlas Tutti. There is nothing like that. Did you understand? Wherever that you get the Atlas Tutti pen, the same pen only, identical product. But when it comes to the service, it is vary according to service provider. Did you understand? What is the fourth one? Can be separated from the producer. Can be separated from the producer. That means from the producer. Now I am having a laptop, right? Now this is me and I am having a laptop. Laptop is a good, right? Laptop is a good. So like, no, phone, I'm having a iPhone, right? I'm having an iPhone. iPhone is a good, therefore I can sell it to Akib, right? I can sell it to Akib, therefore me and my good someone can separate. Did you understand? Akib can separate me and my good. I can sell him the my iPhone. Therefore, when it comes to the goods, can be separated from the producer. Can be separated from the producer. Did you understand? If I sell the good, they can separate it from me. But when it comes to my teaching, my knowledge, can someone separate me and my knowledge? Tell me. Can someone separate me and my knowledge? Tell me. My service, my knowledge. Ah, very good. Can someone separate my knowledge and me? No, right? The service that I am providing, my teaching, can someone separate me and my teaching knowledge? No, right? Anywhere that I go, I have my teaching ability. Did you understand? කොහේ ගියත් in Sri Lanka or for the foreign country, for anywhere that I go, still that I have my teaching ability. Why is that? Because I am providing a service. I can do my service any part on this world. Did you understand? Therefore, goods can be separated from the producer, but when it comes to the service, cannot be separated from the producer. That means every time the producer is required to give the service, therefore cannot be separated from the producer. Cannot be separated from the producer. No one can separate me and my teaching knowledge. No one can separate me and my teaching knowledge, teaching service. Right. Give me a feedback. Did you all understand this? Right, now write down. So when will we get the results? O level results you all will get somewhere around September. Nattang 5, 6, 7, 8. So A level came February, March, April, May. 4 months. No? Therefore, May, June, July, August. You all will get in another 2 months. O level results. So after O level results, there will be a lot of students who will be joining for the classes. Huh? Because the thing is, before O level results, most of the people think like I can become a doctor and an engineer, right? That's the truth. After the results only, they will realize, right? I can't do science and maths because O level science and maths results is also not good enough. Therefore, now itself that you all are coming for commerce, that is good. You all understood your capability and you all came here. You all know your capacity. With this, you can go forward. Did you understand? Right. Now we'll discuss about the market. We'll discuss about the market. What is a market? You all know what is a market. For any business, the buyer and seller, how they are interacting. For example, now I am a seller, right? I am a seller who is selling the teaching service, and you are buyers. How do we interact? We interact through internet. Did you understand? That is one type of market. And another type of market is there. For example, a Cargill's Food City. That is a market, right? That is a business base. Or else weekly fair or a pola right? Sati pola. Weekly fair. Buyers and sellers are interacting physically. Did you understand? Therefore, there are two categories of markets. There are two categories of markets. One is based on the customers, markets can be divided as consumer market and industrial market. That means if you are buying something for your consumption, you are buying something, you are buying a cream cracker for your consumption, that is what you call consumer market. Therefore, what is consumer market? Consumers. You all are consumers. You are going for the food city, buying a cream cracker biscuit packet. You are buying for your consumption, right? ඔයාට කන්න. Therefore, that is consumer market. But there is another market. You are purchasing a lot of green cracker packets in order to sell in your small shop in front of your house. That means you are purchasing to do a business. That is what you call industrial market. Therefore, what is consumer market? You are purchasing to satisfy your final needs and wants. What is industrial market? You are purchasing some items later that you can sell it based on the customer idea. Some customers are purchasing the product only for their consumption. Kala bila inna. Some customers are there purchasing the product in order to sell it later. And what is the other one? Based on the way conducted. That means some markets are there physical market. For example, you go for a food city physically, right? You all can touch the item, you all can check the item, and you all can purchase. You all go for physical classes, then that is physically, right? The service there physically. But another type of market is there, which is electronic market. You all don't go there physically. Everything is done in a electronically way. Did you understand? Electronic market. Electronic. That means through the internet, based on the way market is being conducted. Right? One type of market is there physical market. Another type of market is there electronic market. Right? Okay. Now we'll understand what is marketplace and what is market space. Right. Now let me take two examples for this. Marketplace, market space. Marketplace, market space. Marketplace, market space. Market space. Right. What is a marketplace? The buyer and seller meet physically. For example, you are a person who goes to the food city, Cargill's food city, right? Cargill's food city, right? This is you, and you go for the Cargill's food city, and you are going there physically, right? You are going there physically, and you are checking the vegetables, and you are checking are those items fresh, and you are purchasing. Therefore, you are going there physically, right? You are going there physically. Therefore, this is a physical interaction. Am I clear? Cargill's food city is selling you the item, and you are purchasing it by paying the money physically. Did you understand? Physically. Only when Cargill food city is open, you can go there. When it is open, you can go and you can buy some items and you can come home. Did you understand? There is a location for that. Am I clear? And you all can do the transaction face to face. Counter okay, you all can pay the money and they will give you the food item. Did you understand? Therefore, before purchasing, you can physically inspect, right? Make a Honda either. Is this good or this is not good? So like that, you can check it, physically inspect it. Therefore, this is marketplace. In a marketplace, what is there? There is a physical interaction. You go there directly. There is another which is known as market space. What is market space? Now you have daras. In daras also that you can order the vegetables, if I am not mistaken. We can order. Therefore, what you do? You don't go anywhere. No? By being at home, you order it from daras. Right? Gedara indagena daras gala you order. You order through daras, right? Mother asks you to buy some items, but you feel lazy to go and then you order it from daras. Did you understand? Daras gala daras වලින් order කරනවා. You order it as daras. Right. Did you physically go somewhere? No, right? By being at home, you ordered from anywhere. In Sri Lanka, even if you are in Gandhi or Nuwara or even if you are in Adams Peak, right? Anywhere that you are, they have to deliver it. That is their responsibility. Did you understand? There is no physical location for these daras. Not like Food City. That is online. Everything is carried out online. You can pay digitally. You can order digitally. And everything is done online. But one thing, what can't you do? You can't physically inspect. From Daras, you are buying vegetables. Mother asks you to buy vegetables. Since you are lazy, you are buying it from Daras, but you can't physically inspect. Then what will happen? Sometimes if the vegetable is not good enough, then who will get the shot? Tell me, who will get the blame? You will get the blame. Therefore, one negative side of this market space is you can't physically inspect. A good thing is there, your time is getting saved, but on the other side sometimes there can be problems because you can't physically inspect. Did you understand? But in this food city, what can you do? You can physically inspect. Therefore, what is marketplace? What is the definition? Marketplace is a physical location where buyer and seller meet each other. Did you understand? Therefore, what is market space? Marketplace කියලා කියන්නේ the place, physical place. Therefore, physical location. The word physical is the key word here. When writing an answer, the word physical is the key word. Then what is market space? Then what is market space? No physical location. That means buyers and sellers are meeting through internet, or we can also tell this as digital media. What is this? Digital media. Either you are connecting through internet, if not you are connecting through digital media. Therefore, what is marketplace? Buyers and sellers are meeting physically. Market space, everything is done through internet, which is digital media. Digital media. Now tell me, did you all understand this 100% clearly? Did you all understand the meaning of this marketplace and market space? Right, good. Now what you have to do is, in your book, right, in your 200-page CR book, write down the heading marketplace versus market space and draw this. Right, nikan draw karanna. There is a person, he goes to food city and put the keyword as physical and highlight it. And here highlight the word internet or digital media. Write down in your book. Write down in your book. Put the heading today's date and put the heading marketplace versus market space. Other notes we can write in the tube. Market space. Write down this. writing code done. Okay, good, done. Right, now we'll discuss about the definition, then the similarities, and then the differences. Right. Right. I told you last week also, in business studies, there is a way they are asking a question. They are asking, if they ask a question like this for A levels, compare and contrast. I told you this last week also. If they ask you a question, compare and contrast, you have to write down the similarities and also you have to write down the differences. Did you understand? So there are three ways of asking a question. Last week also I told you. First one is they can ask you actually the similarities. That means what are the similarities in between this marketplace and market space? Similarities. Then you are supposed to write only the similarities. You can't write differences. Second type of question, they can ask you to explain about the differences. If they ask you to explain about differences, you can't write down the similarities. You have to explain only about the differences. Okay. Third type is there, which is they will ask a question, compare and contrast. Compare and contrast. What is compare and contrast? Compare and contrast mean you have to write both the similarities and the differences. Am I clear? So this type of question for A levels, they will give for like 4 marks, which is you have to compare and also you have to contrast. Am I clear? Right. Hope you understood that. Now we'll read down the definitions. What is marketplace? Physical location where buyers and sellers meet to carry out transaction. Underline the keyword physical location. I told you weekly fair, Arpico Supercenter, Food City. There is a physical location, right? People go for that physical location. That is the physical place. What are the examples? Weekly fair, Arpico Supercenter. You can write down other examples also. What is market space? This is a situation in which buyers, this is not buyers, this is buyers and sellers interact through internet and digital media. That means what is the keyword over market space, right? What is the keyword in the market space? Internet and digital media to perform the transactions. Therefore, what is marketplace? Physical locations where buyers and sellers meet to carry out transaction. What is market space? This is a situation which buyers and sellers interact through internet and digital media, right? Internet and digital media. Therefore, when buyers and sellers interact through internet or digital media, that is what you call as market space, right? That is what you call as market space. Right, now we'll write down the similarities. What are the similarities? One thing is two or more parties are involved. What is that? I'll explain. Two or more parties are involved. What is that? If I go for this example, even though it is marketplace or market space, still two or more parties are involved, right? Here also you are there, in the market space also you are there, and here Food City is there, here Daraz is there. Therefore, what can you understand? What can you understand? Two or more parties are involved, right? Two or more parties are there. Two or more parties are involved. What is the other similarity? Other similarity is an exchange or transaction take place. Transaction takes place. What do you mean by that? Even if you go physically for a Food City, there's a transaction. You have to pay a price and get the product. Even if you are ordering it online under market space, still you have to pay a price and only you have to get it. Therefore, what is that? An exchange or the transaction takes place. That is a similarity. Other one is human needs and wants are getting fulfilled. Human needs and wants are getting fulfilled. Even if you go for the Food City and buy vegetables for your mother, your needs and wants are getting fulfilled. If not, even if you are going, if you are ordering it through Dara, since you are lazy to go for Wood City, still your needs and wants are getting satisfied. Therefore, in both of these marketplace and market space, what is the thing that you can understand? Human needs and wants are getting fulfilled. Therefore, what are the three features? Once again, two or more parties are involved, that is similarity number one. An exchange or a transaction take place, similarity number two. Human needs and wants are getting fulfilled, similarity number three. Now tell me, did you all understand these three? Tell me, did you all understand these three? Excellent. Right, now write down. Now write down these three and put down. Right. So best way of learning is whatever the things that you do, right? Every day revise. Did you understand? So in business studies, you all have done up to this. Every day what you can do is revise the same thing. Am I clear? So neatly from the first day onwards, if you all can do. So last week recording is there, go and watch it. And from the first day, if you all do this neatly, surely you all can get a 3A with an island rank. Did you understand? Even I did from the first day and I ended up getting a rank. So same like that for normal 3 subjects. Even if you are doing normal 3, there is a kind of false message in this commerce stream. No? You must do ICT to get a rank. That is false. Am I clear? If someone says that you must do ICT to get a Z score, my one is the best example. Without ICT, that I got a big Z score. Am I clear? Therefore, whatever the subjects you do, make sure that you keep a target, focus, and do that. Whatever things that you do, keep a focus and do that. That's it. Right, now we'll understand the differences. What is the difference in between physical marketplace and online market space? One is, in the physical marketplace, there is a physical location. That means Cargill's Food City, Colombo. Colombo 7. Cargill's Food City, Dehiwala. Cargill's Food City, Kandy. Cargill's Food City, Kalutara. Physical location is there. But when it comes to market space, there is no physical location. When it comes to Daras, is there any physical location? Daras means Kandy Daras, Colombo Daras. No, right? Therefore, no physical location. No physical location for the market space. One difference. What is the second one? Specific opening and closing time. That means Cargill's Food City open from morning 9 a.m. to night 9 a.m. 9 p.m. Opening from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Specific opening and closing time. Specific opening and closing time. Am I clear? 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Specific opening and closing time. 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. But when it comes to market space, no opening and closing time. That means open all the time for transactions. When it comes to daras, you can order through daras even in the midnight 12, in the afternoon 12. There is no any opening and closing time. Open all the time for the transaction. Whatever the preferable time for you, you can order your product. And what is the third one? Transactions are taken place through face to face. Transactions are carried out face to face. That means there is a person who is giving you the product. You are physically giving him the money. Transactions are carried out face to face. But when it comes to space, transactions are done through internet or digital media. There is no any physical interaction. No? You are doing the transactions through internet or digital media. That is one difference. And the other one is goods can be physically inspected. I told you, right? When it comes to the food city, if you go for the food city, you can physically inspect the product. If it's vegetables, you can check, right, whether the vegetable is fresh. If you are purchasing some other items, you can check the expiry date, right? You can physically inspect it. You can check everything. But when it comes to daras, market space, you can't physically inspect it. Physically inspect. Therefore, write down goods cannot be physically inspected. Goods cannot be physically inspected before purchase. Goods cannot be physically inspected before purchase. You can't check the goods physically. And the other one is limited locations. Limited locations. Everywhere you don't have Kargil food city, right? Only in the city areas you have the Kargil's food city. Therefore, limited location, so limited geographical coverage. That means everywhere that you don't have in the busy city areas that you do have the Kargil's food city, but everywhere you don't have. Did you understand? But when it comes to the online, can access the market from anywhere. Can access the market from anywhere. You need only the internet facilities. Did you understand? If you have internet facilities, even inside the Pahiyangala cave, that you can do a business. That means you can buy the products. Did you understand? They will deliver it. Can access the market from anywhere in the world, right? So like that. So if it's a daras, it's a Sri Lankan business. You can't access from everywhere in the world. But if it's a market space, that you can order it from anywhere. Am I clear? Therefore, physical location, no physical location, specific opening and closing time is there, open all the time for transaction. Transactions are carried to face, but through internet or digital media. Goods can be physically inspected, goods cannot be physically inspected, limited location, but in market space, no limited location. From anywhere, you can access the market. Right, tell me, did you all understand this? Tell me if did you all understand this? Perfect understanding. Excellent. Understood very well and easily. Right, good. Now write down this note. Right. Okay. So after writing, quickly put done. Right. Okay. Now let's do some questions from 2023 A level paper. Right. So the latest paper. Let me download one 2023 A level paper. A level business studies English medium. So from where you can download, there is a website called Past Paper Wiki, right? From now onwards, try to download and do. It's better if you all can, what you all can do a past paper, right? If you all can buy a past paper, that might be better. It's easy also. Now let's download this and we'll do English medium. If you all can buy a past paper book, right, every time that we do the theory, and then we can go for some past papers and also to do those, right, because past papers are the most important one. Let me preview this. Right, now look at how easily that you can do a business studies paper, not like other subjects, right? Easily you can get the 95 plus marks. That is why that I ask everyone. It's downloading. Yeah, not like other subjects, it's really easy to get the full marks. Am I clear? And also when it comes to your term test, there are some people who are doing the exams privately, but I will make sure to do the Royal College paper in the class, right? So like an exam that I will be doing the Royal College papers, because from my teachers in school I can get all the papers, right? I'll get the papers and I'll give it to typesetting and I will share the paper, so I can do, right? Okay, then this is our paper, but this is part 2, right? No MCQs. We'll do the 2022 then. MCQ is not there. Later I'll try to get that. English medium is not there. 2022 A level. Part 1 is not there. Give me 1 minute to quickly download this. Two 2022 is not there. Then we'll check for 2020. Give me 1 minute to share this. Right, okay. So the paper is there, 2020. We'll check what are the questions that we can do from this knowledge, right? Okay. So look at this question. A business is. So see how easy this is if you all can do well. A business is. Tell me what is a business? What is a business? What is the answer? One, two, three, four, five. Very good. Right? Zuhra gave the correct answer. Then Safia correct. What about others? A business is. A business is. Very good. What about others? Everyone, give me the answers. Right? Akib, Hishma, Huda, Mahdi, Milhan. Yeah, give me the answers. A business is, according to the definition that we understood, a business is. Very good. Yes, Hishma, you are correct. It. A group of people motivated by profit? No. So I told you there are some business that is carried out without the intention of profit, not that much profit motive. Any economic activity based on services? No. There are some businesses which are providing goods. Wrong. An organized effort of individual for selling goods? No. An organized effort of individual producing goods? No. I told you when it comes to a business, the word economic activity has to be there. Mahdi, did you understand? The word economic activity has to be there. Therefore, any economic activity which fulfill individual needs and wants, right? Which fulfill individual needs and wants, right? Now, let me talk a bit about the business studies paper structure. How many MCQs are there? There are two papers. One is business studies number 1 and the other one is business studies number 2. The paper is for 200 marks, right? The other one is business studies number 2. Therefore, if you look at this business studies paper number 1, there are 30 MCQs. Not like O levels. One important thing, in a MCQ, how many options are there? 5 options are there. In O levels, how many options that you all had? Under an MCQ, how many options that you all had? Only 4. But in the A levels, there are 5 options. That is why it is kind of difficult. Because 4 options means 20%, but here 25%. But here 5 options mean 20% probability. There are 30 MCQs. Okay, how many MCQs are there? There are 30 MCQs. There are 30 MCQs. 30 into 2, 60 marks. Each of the question carries 2 marks, therefore 60. And there are fill in the blanks questions also. One fill in the blanks will give you 2 marks. Therefore, this is half, 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 2 marks. Okay, Mahadi, no problem. Anyways, last time is the answer, no? Yeah, no issues. Therefore, these are the fill in the blanks: 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So like that, there are 10 fill in the blanks questions. Did you understand? That is what we call difficult. Because the exact word that you have to write. Therefore, fill in the blanks questions, right? From 41, there are short questions. There are short answer questions. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So like that, how many questions are there? In total, 50 questions are there. 15 to 200, 15 to 200. That is what business studies paper number 1. And what is business studies paper number 2? In business studies paper number 2 writing part, we divide into 2 categories. One is part 1. And under part 1, there are 4 questions. Under part 1, there are 4 questions. And there is something called part 2. There are 4 questions, right? Okay. Out of these total 8 questions, how many questions do I have to answer? I have to answer 5 questions. For example, from one section, from part 1, minimum I have to choose 2 questions. Am I clear? Right. So we'll say that I'm going to choose a question. I'm choosing the question number 1. Right. Question 2 is a bit difficult for me. I'm choosing the question number 3. Right. And question number 4 is okay for me. I'm choosing question number 4. Now 3 questions I have chosen from the part 1. Now how many questions that I have to choose from the part 2? Only 2. Therefore 5. It is difficult for me. Therefore I choose the 6th one and I choose the 7th one. All done. Did you understand? That is how you choose the questions. Later that I'll explain it in detail when we are doing papers and all. Right, did you all understand the business studies paper structure? Tell me, did you all understand the business studies paper structure? Did you all understand about the business studies paper structure? Yes, excellent. Right, therefore today under the day 2 I'll upload the recording also. People who are watching the recording also, make sure that you all feel everything. We started from demand, then we discussed about the conditions, exchange transactions, understanding clearly, value, satisfaction, product, goods and services, that we understood the differences. Then we spoke about the markets and the market space. We understood the similarity, there are three, and we understood the differences also, right? Okay, then with this we will wind up the day 2, and next week also that I'll be sending the tute only up to July, that I'm sending the PDF. But from July, right, from the July, for the paid students, they will be getting the printed tutes, right? I'll be sending printed tutes. 18 chapters are there. For all those 18 chapters, 18 tutes will be provided, right? Okay, then with this we will wind up the day 2. Give me a feedback in the chat box. Did every one of you understood the today's lesson, and was it 100% perfect? Give me a feedback about the class. Yeah, sir, it was wonderful. Barakallah. Really happy that you could understand this, right? Really happy. Sir, really it was best. Thank you very much. Yes, sir, it was great day studying business studies with you. Barakallah. Right. Then really happy that every one of you understood the today's session. With this, we will wind up the today's session and see you in the next week class. Thanks for joining.